Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. Today we are starting our brand new series. So we are going to be playing as the Iron Teeth. And we're going to be playing with the Iron Teeth on the pressure map, as voted for by you guys. And we're also going to be playing this on hard mode. So, if you've been watching my other playthroughs, not the leaf coats, the folk tales, you'll notice that I tried to make it look like a UK city. With this one, the Iron Teeth are a little bit more industrious, so we're going to try and make it look like a Soviet-style building complex. That is the overall aesthetic. So we will call this the Beaverland. We'll call it the Beaverland. And before we actually start getting into this, I would like to talk to you about the pressure map, because I think this is a really good map. So, you'll notice here, this is where our water's coming from. Our fresh water. And it's not coming down here. It's not coming from down here because there is bad water flowing in this way. But it's coming from down here. So if I peel this all the way back, you'll notice that we have the only water sources on the map, which aren't... There is a seep over here, but the only actual water sources on the map are down here, I believe. Yes, no, they are. There's blockages there. So these are the only water sources on the map. So there's blockages here. There's also blockages over here and here. So what this does is this forces the water out through this using pressure. Now, if we was to block this, this will force the water higher through different other gaps. So I really actually think this is a really good map, and I'm really excited to play it with you guys. We are going to take this very slowly. I'm scared I'm going to screw up. You've seen my other playthroughs, stuff can go bad all the time. So we'll see how this goes. And if you are enjoying, if this is your first time watching and you think this is your vibe, please hit subscribe, and you'll get updates on all my latest videos. So let's lay this out. So we have trees here and trees here, but we also have the thorns here, which stop us from accessing them quite easily. I don't think that's going to be a problem for too long. And we have berries here. So those of you that have played this before know that the Iron Teeth use berries to reproduce. So we need to make sure we have a supply of berries because they use the breeding pods. So should we put some paths in? So let's put some paths down here. Ooh, I forgot. We've got the new L-shaped path thing, haven't we, that they put in? So we'll come down here because we are going to want to get over to this side. So what to do? So my initial, obviously, concerns are water and a farmhouse. We don't want to really be eating these berries, so we want to get on the kohlrabi straight away. So I'm going to put a farmhouse here. It kind of stretches out. And I'm also going to put a bit of path over to here. Let's up our number of builders straight away. And if you've watched the other playthroughs, you know I'm a massive fan of getting stuff off the vine, well, off the bush, as quickly as possible so that we can start eating it. So not so we can start eating it, but so it can start regrowing. So I am going to put 2 gatherer flags in, and I'm also going to put in 2 lumberjack flags over here. So let's mark the trees for cutting. So we're going to mark all of these. We have these over here. So I'm not too concerned about growing back straight away. And we'll mark those for cutting. And then we will plant the kohlrabis. And I will get this turned off as soon as possible. So we're going to plant kohlrabis there, and we're going to plant cassava here. We might actually get into 2 farmhouses relatively early on, because I do like to have the harvest rate picked up. And we're also going to demolish this. This will allow water to flow in here, so it can act as like a little extra storage space for water. So I'm going to put this on slow. So hopefully they're going to start actually building. Let's watch it. So let's put it on medium speed actually. So initial survival strategy. Water's coming out of here. We need to block it here so that it stops flowing out. Otherwise we are going to be in trouble. So let's get the dam and pop one across there. So build, dam. Once we have that, we can start to think about stretch goals. And they are chopping these down relatively quickly. We have just the perfect amount of jobs currently. So they're going to start harvesting these berries, start pumping this water as soon as possible. I would like them to have this built by the end of the first day, and then maybe we can lower the production on some of this. He's over here destroying this. There we go, water's flowing in there. Lovely. I mean, we could actually. There's no reason we couldn't have another lumberjack flag and just reduce the amount of builders. Ah, so I didn't put a path in, did I? Nice. So you need to be a prioritised job, because obviously we need water. I am going to put a second pump in as well, just so you know, because I would like to have more water than not. So let's pop that in. And they're building the farmhouse as well. That's not bad for the first day. We are playing on hard mode, so I am expecting this to be brutally punishing. So we're not going to jump to triple speed just yet. No, I am very excited for this. I feel this map is going to be a challenge, as well as the one source under here, which is going to prove quite the challenge during a bad tide, I believe. We also have the bombs. Now, I haven't used these yet, the unstable cores. Now, we have one here, which, I mean, if that blew up, I'm not sure what the radius is. Oh, there shows you the radius. That's fine. However, we have one actually under here. So if this was to detonate, it would take out all of this, and this water would... See, this is going to be a problem. If we don't just dismantle these when they become activated, this bad water is just going to flow in here, and the pressure, I imagine, will build and will become mixed. So I'm super excited for this challenge. I don't know how this is going to play out. Probably awfully. You've seen my stuff before. Right, so I'm going to pause you two. Oh, why are you not pausing? There we go, you paused. Come on, let's get building. I did put those in, didn't I? Can this not? It cannot be reached. Okay. Let's put a path. Oh, look at that L-shaped path. Lovely. I like that. And that's the important thing. So we're planting kohlrabis, we have berries, and maybe we should start to think about the next generation as well. So I want to put in a baby beaver tube. Where do we want the baby beaver tubes? I'm thinking maybe we put one around the back here. Maybe we'll put them at the back of the district centre. So that should be a higher priority than this, but this also needs to be the next. So high priority, next highest priority, and then you can remain low. We also need to make sure that these jobs are prioritised, because these have to be maintained. So the reason we're getting into cassavas early on is because I would like to get a food fermenter in. We're not going to do it before the dam's built. I feel that might be an ambitious stretch goal, but we will get into it as soon as possible. Can we not just... Okay, let's just get this built. We'll get this built on the next day. So as for expansion on this map, I have 2 trains of thoughts. We can either abandon down here completely and turn it into a big reservoir. All we do is block that up. Water comes out of here. It will literally just go up and then come back and backfill this. And then we could also put stuff on stilts here. Or what we do is, if you block this hole, the pressure, to quote the name of the map, will force it up through this hole. And once it comes through this hole, it comes down here and around here. So what we could do is we could also knock that up, stick sluices here to maintain the water level, and then have the water come down here. Now that could be an interesting concept. Breeded hole to wait for nutrients. Okay, they'll put the berries in there when they get time. So I'm not sure which way to go with this. I genuinely think this will become a reservoir, but whether it becomes... Well, this might become a reservoir. I don't know. If this becomes a reservoir, it's interesting because it can also come over here and down into here, and we could surround ourselves with reservoir. But what's interesting is we also have the seep. Now, if you've seen our Folktales playthrough, you'll know the seep keeps water level at 0.85. However, unlike on our Folktales playthrough, this is higher up in the map. So if I was to level the entire map and just leave this going, it would fill water up in the entire map to this height. So what we can do is we can use this to help fill this up, because it will just continue to fill this up. So we have multiple options. And I would like to use this. We could even turn this. I mean, we stick a bad water discharge, bad water like dump out that way from when it turns into a bad water seep, and then we just fill this with water as well. And then we can even have it flow down here into here. So we do have lots and lots of options. You need to be the highest priority, but we also need you guys to start building this. Is everything being built? We have 78 berries. These are filled. My next thing I'm going to build after this is storage for a medium warehouse storage for berries. Now, you might say, why are you doing that? Once again, I like to have storage for stuff so that it's not just sat on the bush, wasting time. So fingers crossed, they'll build this. They'll then build this, and then we will be good for our first drought. I am going to try and stagger this so that I can build another baby beaver breeding pod. Nice and early on. Well, halfway through this process, so that we kind of stagger the babies being released. If you've seen the Folktales playthrough, you know that I had an hilarious, and the Leaf Coast actually, I had a hilarious overpopulation problem. So we're going to try and avoid that, even though I have less granular control over the population with this, because they will just continue to breed with the pods regardless of. So if I was to build 10 pods, it would just continue at that pace. So as the wellbeing gets on, they would explode. Whereas with the Folktales and the Leaf Coats, they have to fill the houses, so you can't really go over the rate limiting factor, but here you can. So I'm sure there will be some hilarity ensuing from that at some point. So we will start to build a second one, and that will be it for now. I do want to get baby beavers on the go, because I don't want to get into a situation where, oh my god, we've only got 4 beavers left, and it just derails the entire thing. After this, what we're going to do is I'm going to put in. The temptation to use the actual compact water wheel to produce power is high. However, this is hard mode, droughts are long and punishing. So it is time to use the Beaver Wheel of Doom, and we will pop that there. And what we're going to put next to it is we're going to put a woodworks, an industrial lumber mill. So I want to get a forester on the go as soon as possible. And I also want to get some stairs on the go, so that we can get down here. And what we're going to do is we are going to plug this. So we're going to plug this from one side, only from one side. So we're going to plug it here so that it forces all the water through there. And you'll see what I mean when we get to it. We do have to be careful, because I think if the water takes too long to get through here, it will force this into this will back up with bad water. So we have to be quite careful. However, I'm sure we can handle it. So in this vein, we need to get science, because we need we also, not only do we want a forester, but we also want stairs. So we need to get some science on the go. And let's get you on pause. We have enough beavers. I'm actually going to pause you, and I'm going to put another beaver in here. How far away are these? A reasonable amount away. Actually, back down, buddy. Let's get that in. So we're on cycle 1, day 4. This is going to be the drought warning. So I'm glad we have prepared, and we are, absolutely chucking this in. I may actually reduce this to one beaver for now, and we'll put an extra one in there, just so that they can get this built. And as for prioritization here, so this is our max priority, as it should be. And let's put a science hut in, because we need to get the science for the forester and the stairs. So we need the stairs, which is 70, and the forester, which I believe is 30 now. Yes, that's correct. So the forester will obviously allow us to plant more trees so that we can continue growing. We'll probably plant them down here. I am fearful of a bad tide, because if we don't get sluices and come up with some sort of, get down here to come up with some sort of diversion, so maybe we pop it here and it forces the bad water, I don't know, we're going to have to maybe come over here, demolish this, force the bad water up through this. That seems right. Oh, we have to be so careful. So we also need to think about getting up to metal. Now, there is metal up here. I'm not sure how feasible that is. Where is the nearest other metal? I mean, it's probably going to be this, isn't it? Unless we want to go to Narnia, which I don't want to. And you're probably going to be severely impressed with me. We're 15 minutes into an episode of Timberborn on a map called Pressure, and I haven't made a single queen joke yet. Don't worry, they will be coming, and it will be when I'm stressed. So, oh, we have extra beavers. I said to prioritise this, but maybe that should be prioritised as well, because I would like to obviously get the excess berries into the storage huts. Storage, not hut. It's not a hut, is it? Ah, go on, get back in there. Let's get harvesting that stuff. And obviously we do want raw cassava storage at some point, so that we're not just, it's not just sat in our farmhouse. That is going to get built quite comfortably. I think we can maybe, once we have the science set up, we'll pause one of these. Sorry, I'm doing that thing where I jank around with the camera. So yeah. Let's tempt fate and turn the speed up a tiny smidge. And come over here and finish this, please. Hello. Excellent stuff. So we are safe for the first drought, at least. And they are putting... There we go. So we have storage for berries. Excellent. So this guy is probably going to stay here for this foreseeable. Building lacks workers. What building lacks workers? Ah, the science set. So these are going to be low priority. If you've seen my playthroughs, you know that's what I do. They need to be low priority. And once we build this, this is probably going to be paused. Because we don't realistically need this yet. We need the science to build the steps to get down. But yes, that's flowing nicely. I'm not too fussed about. I think we'll be fine for this drought. I think it's going to go swimmingly. We are harvesting kohlrabi. Maybe we also want a storage for kohlrabi as well. I am going to put that. They asked. Oh, that was timed perfectly. We are also going to put the storage for kohlrabi back here. None of this is permanent. Unlike the leaf coat playthrough where everything was in trees, and by the time you get to the end game, it's more hassle to tear trees down than it's worth. I am planning on redoing a lot of this. And I'm not going to be nostalgic for a town centre. We're playing as like the Soviet beavers. We will just rip it up. And it will be what it will be. So you also need to be bottom priority. Well, not. You need to be lower priority. And you also... Well, you... We'll worry about that when we get to that. I would also like to put a bit of water storage in. 1, 2... And we'll put one there. Just so that we can, you know... For first drought, it's going to be fine, but I'm scared of... Maybe... Actually, no. We'll put one in. I'm going to turn it down a bit. Water, water, and water. 5 days. That seems quite long for a first drought, doesn't it? I'm sure we'll be fine. I hope we'll be fine. I think we will, because even if we were to drain this, the water down here is still there. So it's not like we're gonna... I think this patch here, sort of like in an arc here, stays irrigated. So I think we're going to be okay. We may have to get over here into these trees though. So I'm going to ask this one to be demolished. You do not need to be doing that right now, mate. You do not need to be doing that at all. So how are the berries? The berries are all picked, so we're going to pause that. And how much science do we have? 20, so we're not doing too badly. Water is being pumped. Nice. And we could put a dam here and create another little block for irrigation. I'm not too enamoured with that idea at the moment. I don't think we'll worry about that for now. What I wanted to... Oh, the levies also cost science, don't they? So we do need 220 science for what we want to do initially. So, more jank. So we're moving on. So we have 30 at the moment. So, where can I get beavers from? So I could actually pause this because we're not building anything right now. So let's get this unpaused. We're only going to put 2 in, and we have 2 beavers in here. We only need 1. So let's put him in there. We only need to get so this building can store 13. So for what we need 4 for that, and for the forester I believe it's 7. So once this is full, we can turn this back off, and everyone can go back to science. I know you're probably a little bit... Oh, they're also building this. Can't get all required. We have no logs. They've used them all. Well, if it isn't the consequence of my own actions, I guess you can come and demolish that. Pause. I might... let's just keep pumping. I think it's going to be fine. Either that or this is going to be a really embarrassing episode and it's going to last like a season and it's just going to be an absolute joke. Are you demolishing it? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, there's an injured beaver. Are you just going to... you're actually injured. Great. Hopefully he just heals himself. So once that's gone, we can then come and put in some lumberjack flags, and I can maybe start to do them. Do those trees. Just do those ones. So we have 39 science, 2 injured beavers. I am going to have to unlock the medical... Oh, we can't even unlock the medical bed. Ugh. Well, not the consequence of my own actions again. Maybe they'll just get better. I mean, I doubt it. I mean, if you're not doing anything, you might as well just get out and go like cut some logs. Pause. Can you do some science for me, bro? Well, at least we're building the kohlrabi storage. I'm pleased by that. And I'm pleased that we have kits coming through. Because I would like to... I guess actually, if you're not due... Yeah, go and get out. Go produce me some science. So, let's unlock... Oh, we're going to unlock the forester. We're going to unlock the medical bed, aren't we? Because I need those 2 beavers. I was hoping that they wouldn't get injured from those fawns, but, I mean, I guess we just do what we can, don't we? We have 4 planks. How low are we on the water? I would like to keep this going. We have 1 beaver, 1 builder beaver. He's going to run around here and do this. Come on, science me up. And we're literally waiting for the science here. So, long-term wise, which metal do we think is the most attainable? There's one over here. There's one over here, which is near a bad water source. There's not as many. Oh, and there's one over here. So we are going to be travelling quite far for metal. So this is what you can see. So we have... Oh, God, we've got 1.3 days left. So we have emptied this. But you can see that this stays irrigated. So we have 62 water. That should be fine. Should be in the operative word. But this will flow back out. Why are you grumpy? Injury. Well, I mean, I'll be grumpy too with injury. What do you mean there's no food? Get harvesting. See, this is the issue. I feel like the harvesting just takes ages. So this is where I want my, like, second farmhouse. Even though I shouldn't want a second farmhouse, but we're going to put one in. And we have enough science, so we're going to put in 1 medical bed. You can have 1. And let's get that high prioritised. Because I really want the stairs and the levies. Has that been built? Well, the logs have gone in. We do have quite a few logs. Oh, we have 2 beavers. Go on, get in. Get him. We have, yeah, okay, so the beaver numbers are going up. So we have enough water. This is fine at the moment. So I am going to unpause these straight away. And then these jobs become... I wanted you to build this, guys. I know you're running around there to get the logs. Cool. Nice. So this should start to flow straight through. Come on, bubble up. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to open this. Pop that down to 1. Oh, there's a lot of micro going on. I'm not a fan of the micro, but we will do what we can. Are you actually healing? I hope so, because we need to get you back to work. I didn't think I'd have medical beds on cycle 2, day 1, but here we are. Stairs will be next. Stairs and levies, so I need 170 science. So, to that end, the next thing to be put in could be another inventor. And pause this. I'm making a hash of this, aren't I? I mean, you are definitely just going to be down to harvest. Pause, pause. As there's no point building planks if we don't have wood. Not building planks, you can't build planks. You get the sentiment of what I'm saying. We do have some trees over here again. So, come on, quickly. Quickly, guys. See, this is the problem. Because we have no food. Come on, harvest. Harvest the kohlrabis. You need to be high prioritized. So, just harvest kohlrabis. It's because I put the cassava so close. That's my issue. Don't eat the berries. We need them for baby beavers. I wish you could say don't eat don't eat. You can't be that hungry, guys. Prioritization is kohlrabi. Come on. I've even put in extra storage for the kohlrabis. So what jobs is everyone? So we have 3 in there. I don't need 2 doing that. Pause, pause, pause. Get the science. And also don't... Come on, get the science, guys. I have such high aspirations and I'm absolutely screwing it already. We're only half hour in. Because we are not going to last with that much water. We've got to get up here and... So we really need the science. You know how much I'd love to have a number cruncher right now? But we don't. How are 2 beavers still injured? What are you doing? Get in there and get healthy. So we could build the forester. I'm not too concerned about wood because we've got all of this growing through as well. So if we manage it well, how much does the levies use? 12. So I mean that's only 36. That's easily 36 there. You can keep chopping them. We have 1 beaver. How much science was that? Not enough. I really want to get these stairs in. Oh yeah, but we need to unlock the levies, don't we? Oh, the beaver injury really didn't help me. Are we going to be straight into a drought? Oh, it's given us an extra day. Which excites me slightly, in a very weird way. I don't know why. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Pop that there. Right, let's get that undone just for now. Let's see if we can get one made. So we can actually get down here now. Nice. And then we're just going to put levees along there. That will probably be replaced at some point because I would like to keep this some sort of irrigation. So maybe we can have close below, close above. So that will be replaced by levees. But not yet. We have berries, we have kohlrabis. Nice. So you can stay on plant, and maybe we should plant some more kohlrabis. Nice. Plant some more kohlrabis down there. Can't hurt to have too much. So the beaver population is going up, and we have one beaver that's not working. I am going to let them keep producing planks because I do want a forester. And we need 7. And we have 7. So we're going to have... Down here is going to be our essential forest area. So essentially our forest area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant in a load of oaks to replace what's been done. And we are going to pull out all these thorns eventually, but it's not happening anytime soon because I can't risk beaver injury. So hopefully this gets built. 103 water storage. I mean, I would like to get gears relatively early on as well so that we can... I would also like to ferment some cassavas. But, you know, lots of things are going on right now. So maybe if I put in a fermenter on the side there, it does look a little bit silly, I'm not going to lie. And then what we can do is we can just have some fermented cassavas coming out because we've already got the cassavas grown. And that'll help with food diversification, and I think... What's the recipe? What's the recipe do? So it's 4 cassavas equals 10 fermented cassavas. So food density, that's much better than the kohlrabis. So your prioritized resource is planting kohlrabis, harvesting kohlrabis. You will do what you can when the cassavas. So yeah, we do have a food source available. What are our... Oh, we don't have logs. Pause, guys. And get out and get me some logs. That's on me once again. So we're in day 7 of cycle 2. I think we're in a better position. I mean, if this is like 7-8 days, I think this is it. I think the RNGesus just doesn't like us, and then unless we could come down here and we could actually stick a straw in here, so it wouldn't be game over. It just wouldn't be brilliant. However, I think we're going to be fine. So we are on 90. We're on 90 science, so we should be getting into that soon. I also want to unlock platforms so that we can start to come up here. So I also need to... I should probably actually pause these guys because I want this to be cleared out a little bit quicker as opposed to down here. Are you building this? You are building this. We want to ferment those cassavas. And I might actually, you know it, build a storage. I'm building medium warehouses when somebody's probably going to be shouting at me to build the smaller warehouses. We're going to put this in for, not the soybeans, the fermented cassavas. 4 days, much better. We're in a better position. This is going to be absolutely fine, I think. And the science has allowed us to put in levies. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put those 2 there for now. And we're not going to put the 3rd one in because what I want to do, I want to top this area up before the water starts to accumulate and flow around here, because I'm a bit scared of backflow from this. Do these... I thought these shut off in a drought. Or is this like... Where's this coming from? Over here. Oh, it's just a big lake. So I guess it will shut off. It's just taking... It's just got a little bit of flow. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So we do have the... We have the capability to make the fermented cassavas now. So... And we can kick back on the science a little bit. I've hit generally what I want for science. We just need to go in with the... We just need platforms after this to get up here, to put a dam across here, and then we can come over here and start to put in pumping bits over here. Just so that we're fine. And I'll probably put some platforms and we'll pump this bit out so it will drain all of this. But that's okay. That is okay. I would also like to get over here to this seep. But that's a later game thing. One's in, the other one is going in. And we are fermenting those cassavas. Nice. So now that we have the what we're doing early on quite done. We're not done, but I am going to put these in here so that we can not have to have beavers in this when the water is flowing. Do we have beavers dying? I think we have beavers dying. We have had beavers die. It's very sad news. But food and water production remains undiminished. Oh, you should be below prioritization. I want you to keep going. Maybe I'll pause one of you. Because I would like to keep this fermenting, because I feel like that's a great source of food. If we can maintain it. I feel like the sooner we can translocate everything up to here and just have this turn into like our giant reservoir, the better. That we do need to come up here for the metal. There is no getting around that. So what does that look like? Platform. I mean, if we was using ladders, that would be quite easy, wouldn't it? But we're not using ladders. So yes. I'm resisting the temptation to put another breeding pod in. I don't want to go too hard too early and have too many beavers. I do want science to keep coming in though. Are you? I mean, when we get up here, we've got all of that over the other side, so I may actually pause this guy. We're planting oaks as well when we've said we're going to flood down here. This is very silly. But... Or are we going to flood down here? We might just flood up here. I need to get metal to get sluices, so what does that look like? Metal requires a scavenger flag, 250 science. That requires gears and scrap metal and 50 planks. That requires getting up here. Right. So we're back into a temporal cycle. I'm going to wait for this to fill, and then we're going to fill that. We need science. Get science in, guys. Flow out. Let the water flow. Cool. So now we can put... Well, how many logs do we have? We only have 6. And we only have 1 beaver chopping down the trees. That's fine. Because I don't think we're actually building anything at the moment. So let's put a levee in there. Oh god, I've done the ugly. And then we'll flip that round. Look at those fermented cassavas. Definitely a good idea to get into this. I would build them a barracks, but I'm reluctant to waste logs. Especially at this early stage. we have got so many dangerous bombs. This could be quite a challenge. And if it all goes to pot, it all goes to pot, but... So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come along here. Oh no, not... Can I not because of where I put... Oh no, I can. I think we're going to come along here. We have this. So... Oh, no, we can't do that. That's silly. Nice try, but we can't. So we're going to do that. That. But we can't go... Let's pause that. And let's also pause this. I just want to plan out how we're going to get up here. So that requires probably that. And that and that. And then... Oh, this is... Do we have that there? Or do I... I mean, I don't like it, but it's got to be what it's got to be. I'm sure someone's going to be like, oh, you could have done that so much easier. I probably could have, but we didn't. But what I actually want to do, first of all, is to let him take that out. Right. So the water has stopped filling up. The water has stopped filling up and should be flowing this way. So this should be rising. Excellent. It is. And it's all going to come out here. It's going to flow through here. And the trouble is we do have this nasty coming back this way. I thought this would backfill. So, delete. We do just have to be careful. Hopefully this will... I mean, it's just going to take time. Let's just ignore that. Let's just ignore that a lot. And we'll pop that there, pop that there. Pop that there. And there. And then we're going to go... Whoop, like so. And like so. So I'd like them to focus on building that. We don't have any... The platform... Oh, platforms do require planks. So... Get in here, guys. We're also going to up you by one. And it's pushing that back through. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Well, we actually don't need anybody in here at the moment, do we? Because I built the power wheels. That was I'd say a stroke of genius, but it's really not, is it? I'm not that clever. And we are into another drought again. That's the punishment for this. So once we come up here, what we want to do is we want to... That. So, up here, do that. Gear workshop, I'm guessing, on the back here. How much science does that take? 100. So we'll pop that there. Make some gears. Get up here. Get scavenging. Unlock smelters. Make metal blocks to make sluices. And then pop some sluices here. Cover this in dampy. Cover this in some scaffolding. Stick some levies on it. Turn this into a big reservoir to fuel us. You do have to be careful though, because the water will flow out from both ends. So as the lower level decreases here, it will flow back that way. And then what we would also do is we'd probably stick some levies further down here. And it's going to stop the flow. We're not going to have power flowing through it, but I can live with that. I can really live with that. So it is going in. Lovely. We're making some real good progress here. I'm pleased with how this has started. I don't know how it's going to go because the amount of planks we need for this is like going to be absolutely silly. But I think for the good of the colony, we do need to work on bad tide stuff straight. I mean, when can you get a bad tide from cycle 4? Cycle 5? So yeah, I mean, I feel like we're pushing it. I feel like we're pushing it a lot. But we'll see. I mean, I could also come up here and put in a dump, and we could just farm this with a dump. So maybe we'll think about that as like a contingency. But I'm not sure. So, how are we getting on? Are we producing? We are. It's the planks. It is the planks. But they're putting in. They're putting in, which is what I've asked them to do. We may have to expand the beaver breeding. I mean, we could also expand well-being. We have 44 logs. Screw it, I'm putting a barrack in. Where would you like this built, guys? No, silly. Yeah, down there, that's fine. So yes, me putting these oaks in and then moaning about it was an action issue. Which is quite comical. So we'll make the most of this flow while we have it, because we're not going to have it forever. They're putting that in. I just want some more planks, please. You're unpaused. So let's put this. What can we put down a job? Let's put water down a job. Let's pause that for now. And they're putting these dams in, so that'll be good for next time. We can also come around here and put some more pumps in for the next. I mean, it's a bit winding, but we can also put another pump in here for emergency pumping measures. I would rather pump up here because our farms aren't relying on it, and so we'll also maybe put a couple of water storages just as like there they are. So that's going to be fine. That's I know we intend to build this up and we're going to put sluices in, but until we do that, it will be what it'll be. And we do need to keep the berries on the go, otherwise we can't do breeding baby beavers. So what job is not being done? We're cutting down them. It's probably, I don't know what it is. Builder? I don't know. I honestly don't know. You're clearly not busy though, are you? Oh wow. Oh wow, we are actually... We're going absolute amazeballs at that. So that's a nice to have. That's I would like that built. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, food is... I mean, food is important, but we do have quite a bit of food. We have quite a bit of fermented cassava. So I may actually pause you. Just for a minute. Oh, that... We didn't even look at how long the drought was. 6 days. So can you stop pumping, please, for now? We have a reasonable amount of water. I mean, we can actually just come and put a pump down here if we need to. It won't last like that forever. But we can. And then we are also going to have to, when we get sluices, we're going to have to rip that out, come all the way down here, run around here, open this up. As we've put sluices in here to stop the pressure from falling, so then chuck a sluice in there, and you know, it's going to be a whole thing. But it will be fine. However, we will lose pressure from up here while we do that. Unless there is a you could. I guess you can come down here. You can do it from this side, but we don't want to do that. It's gonna be a risky maneuver. It is gonna be a risky maneuver. So we might. I don't know. Is our well-being gone up? Yes, it has a little bit. You want to improve some. Let's just get a little bit of well-being just to try and, like, you know, improve some of our numbers a little bit. And maybe a tooth grindstone. Oop, pop that there. You should see the dog. He's dressed as a Christmas tree and he's so cute. Bless him. Oh, I will, what I'll do is I've been saying this for ages. I will upload a picture of him on the posts, so you can see how cute he is. Wellbeing is 5. What does that guess? Does that guess anything? Where's the beaver? Oh, they're all in the. Oh, I can't click them. It's gonna move them too fast. Pause. Where are you? I love that noise they make. Oh yeah. So the movement speed's increased. Wellbeing at 5 equals working speed's increased. Okay. So on the whole, it's 5. So hopefully. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I didn't think we'd get this far this episode. I really didn't. I'm very pleased. Just get pumping and actually. The emergency water pump. Building will be flooded, I'm aware of that. Get that built. Just build it. You really don't need to be doing that if that's just you're just going around in circles. You'd be better off getting us some science, guys. And I'm going to pause these. And hopefully this will be enough to keep us going for 4 days. 3 days. I think we will wait till the end of the episode, at the end of the drought, before ending the episode. But I'm really glad if you've watched the previous series and you've chosen to come and join us for this one, I'm very glad you've stuck with me. And if you're new, thank you for watching all the way through. And I'd like you to tell me what you thought, suggestions, anything. Please let me know in the comments down below. And obviously if you are new here, I would love it if you would hit subscribe. But I think we're doing okay. 2.5 I mean, because of the way the water is, I mean, these are going to die. But because of the way the water is under here, this is going to be, this is fine. This is fine. I mean, even arguably, for the first bad tide, the water would go up here, out here. So the pressure would keep this bit verdant. So it would go this way. I mean, it should be fine. I mean, I would like to not. But we could. Is there any other way out? Oh, we also have to plug this, don't we? But I would also like to utilise this. So, I mean, it's multifaceted how we're going to approach this. We are not running out of water. We are not running out of food. Nobody has died. I will take that as a massive win. Oh, you have chopped down everything you can. We do need to actually get beavers planting oaks. And oaks need to be planted everywhere they can. So come on, get planting, mate. Yeah, okay, so 54 days. I mean, we're almost into getting some oaks as well, which is absolutely amazing. However, I would like this built before the drought ends. How far down did the water go? Oh, it did actually go down quite a lot. That's quite a bit of evaporation. Okay. They are putting this in. Do they have the wood? They do. They are chucking it in. And he's planting trees. We have 3 empty jobs. There they are. He is pumping water. Well, I think we are going to have to get another beaver breeding pod to get the population increase on the go. And I would actually like to plant some more bushes as well. So, where is it? I would just like another strip of blueberries there, just as insurance blueberries. And so we're into our temperate cycle. So I think we will call it that. I mean, I'm just interested to see how quickly this flows back and this flows up. So this is hopefully rising quite quickly. It isn't rising at all yet. Where's it all flow? So it flows through there quicker first. Interesting. So this will have bad water flowing through it soon, I imagine. Huh. Yeah, so we do need to be careful of water. But we have a campfire. Excellent. It's flowing out now. It's flowing out now. And it won't need to fill this up too much. Do we have bad water flowing down here? No, we don't yet. So, why are you two in there? Fingers crossed this will just start to flow out. And then we can get that paused and that paused. And then what we can do is we can use this as contingency pumping. We'll probably put a lot more pumping up here for the next drought. And then we can... Oh god, that's activated. It explodes in 10 days. Oh no. Oh my god. Tune in next time to see if that becomes a massive issue. I need to check these all periodically. So that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, and on that cliffhanger, I will see you next time. How do you even detonate that? I will look into that and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.